Good day, Cherry Blossom family. It is a fine day today. Welcome back. This is What the Hemp Wednesday. I haven't seen you in a week. Supposed to do Talking Terps on Friday, but we were like moving stuff and I totally forgot. So I apologize. We'll be back with this week. But we are back today with hemp news from all around the country and all around the world. Excuse my glasses if there's any reflection in there, but I can't see a daggone thing at this stage of my life. So hence the glasses. So let's get started. We're going to start out west today and make our way down south. So hundreds of hemp producers in Oregon, more than 100 licensed hemp producers in Southern Oregon have been found to be growing illicit marijuana. According to one of the top regulators, members of the Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission, the OLCC, which regulates adult use marijuana in the state, say that 54% of some 212 registered hemp growers in Jackson and Josephine counties were found guilty of growing marijuana. And when I say marijuana, we mean cannabis that is loaded stocked with THC, not CBD. Oregon hemp farmers are under increased scrutiny after the passage of new law that aims to crack down on unlicensed marijuana production among Oregon's hemp operators. The department says they believe from their experience that there are more illegal grows than there are registered grows. And it wasn't immediately clear how non-compliant some of these grows are, or like where, who's getting fined for what. And the agency did not really name any specific grows. But Oregon's new law set to 10% THC threshold before licensed hemp growers face penalties for growing marijuana, where most places is like 1%, whatever. So that is pretty interesting. I see what's happening now in Oregon, and we touched on that about a month ago. So following up, it's still happening, and Oregon's still like cracking down. So if you guys are out there trying to scheme on the state of Oregon, they're like, no, we're not having it. Going down the coast a little bit, in 2022, California State Fair will include a cannabis flower competition. This is crazy. It's like the first in the country to do something like this. Cultivar Brand CEO Brian Applegar said the rewards will showcase the California farmer, both small and large, and the incredible cannabis flower that the state has to offer. They will also educate, demystify the plant, and challenge the stereotypes. The California State Fair will be the first sanctioned fair in the U.S. to host such a competition. The New York State Fair allowed cannabis consumption during the event last month. The state's legalization law allows cannabis smoking wherever tobacco is allowed. However, fair officials are reconsidering things for next year because people were complaining about marijuana being smoked at the New York Fair. So let's move on down to Florida. In Florida, what is happening in Florida? I'm sorry, I'm all mixed up here. Okay. Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services aim to phase out polystyrene packaging in favor of hemp-based products. Polystyrene, what we commonly know as styrofoam, is, as we know, causes health problems, health risks, and Florida is really taking a proactive step at changing this. So the Florida Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried announced that the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services has started a rule-making process to phase out the use of the polystyrene products throughout the state. Fried said that the phase-out is a huge opportunity to create jobs at businesses using Florida-grown crops for the next generation products that are made in Florida. In 2022, about 290 acres of hemp were planted throughout the state. The agency also said that the replacement products for polyester could be made from sugarcane bagasse, which also grown in Florida. Bagasse is a pulpy post-extraction residue of sugarcane used in a similar fashion to hemp, like energy, batteries, biofuels, such like that, building materials. You can make all that. Who would have known? We didn't even know this stuff. So Fried quotes, polyester may be convenient, but there is hidden danger to public health from disposable consumer products. Chemicals in polyester are not only linked to human and animal health concerns, but because these petroleum-based products take at least 500 years to decompose, their negative effects continue long after they are thrown away. Fried Miss Freed, we're going to give you a round of applause. That is a really, really positive and uplifting bit of news right there. An added bonus to the story, Justin Bloom, he's a founder of Suncoast Waterkeeper, described the reforms as bold, creative, and much needed. And he goes on to say, I think there's a thirst in our community and other communities for actions like this. We are limited by a legislature that is arguably captured by polluters and industry, and it won't allow communities to embrace protective efforts to ban polyester. Good, well said, Justin Bloom. Their phase out is expected to begin sometime in 2022. So that's really, really awesome for the state of Florida. We're going to touch on an op-ed today. And op-ed was written by Omar Sakirby, and he is of the Hemp Industry News. He talks about the future of hemp retail, hemp or cannabis retail altogether. Things are happening, whereas people are ordering online. Some of the changes and exciting. This article was so interesting, I could not pass it up because this thing, I think, some of the very exciting stuff. As we know, hemp retailers, whether it be brick and mortar or online, are making their entire menus available online. Most retailers do have that available. They're trying to operate under some of the dispensary model, like the click and collect, where you order and you go pick up. Now, also other programs like purchase via the retailer's app, vending machine purchases, where there may be vending machines in the lobby or outside, particularly like a dispensary setting. But usually those are hemp products, not necessarily THC products, of course. And we're expecting this retail to become much more digitized and personalized to the shopper's preferences moving forward. People want efficiency. Subscription services for CBD companies are available. We have one too here at Cherry Blossom CBD, where the benefit is for the monthly subscriber to order their recurring deliveries. So you know what products you're going to get every month, and you know what you're already ordering, then why not just pre-order or opt into a subscription where you get a big discount for getting the things that you're already going to get anyways. So this saves time on the part of everyone, really, on the part of the retailer and on the part of the consumer, but especially on the part of the retailer because it's a less need for a visit to the actual site if there is a brick and mortar location. So this is really perfect for the knowledgeable customer, or the customer more familiar with the culture, the terminology, what products that they understand, what products use and what products they use and what products work for them on a regular basis. So, we're all busy. We all got stuff going on. You got a family that can get really crazy. So, people like, hey, we'll just go online. I order my stuff. People want more Amazon out of the rest of these companies that we're doing business with. The next part I think is super interesting. We're talking about consumer analytics. Now, consumer analytics is basically saying a growing number of software platforms are aiming to help retailers take the guesswork out of understanding their customers. Retailers currently using these platforms can already text or email promotions based on individual customers' past buying habits. They're offering more curated selections, curated promotions, and specific to users' past behaviors, their needs. It's sort of like the subscription service, but this is more taking the proactive side on behalf of the retailer. We're seeing that this is who's being quoted here. This guy, his name is Rick Maturo. He's a former associate director of cannabis client services at Nielsen, the ratings people. Who would have thought that they're taking this sort of information, they're logging this sort of information? But he goes on to say that we're seeing development scale pretty fast in the cannabis industry, and he says arguably faster than any industry that we've ever seen in any other traditional industry. He predicts that the next 4 to 5 years, brick and mortar stores will be able to get to target consumers who make physical visits to their stores with individualized promotions and messaging. For example, a customer will be able to scan the ID at the front door, triggering in-store menus to feature products and promotions that the shopper will most likely want. Now, this gets even more freaking exciting, if you can believe that or not. That's pretty cool. What I know 10 years ago, that was like scary. Like you walk past a store, like boom, the stuff comes on your phone. Like, oh my God, they're tracking me. They are tracking you, so whatever. Somebody tracking you. The whole, but what he goes on to say, like, this is good feasible with a light foot traffic store, but the whole store could change the minute the customer walks in, depending on their preferences. Like, talking about changing colors, changing walls, changing music, all designed to cater to that individual customer. Now, that is phenomenal. You talk about an experience. You go in the store, and all of a sudden, it's like a store designed around you. Like, that's something pretty special. So, this is the things that are probably coming, especially the hemp. There was another article that was written and kind of touched on why cannabis retail is always in like these way back corner industrial areas that feel a little bit slightly seedy, like you're going to a rave or something. But then, hemp retail isn't like, on Main Street, on the Grand Strand and all these other places. Like, you find hemp in Beverly Hills or whatever, but, so I think the industry is growing, it's changing, it's turning, and people are trying to figure out, retailers are trying to figure out like how this is turning or how they're allowed to turn. But I know that the traditional cannabis industries are looking for a little more fairness and parity, so they're not stigmatized like they have been over the last 100 years, and give the light that hemp's been given. So I know that's a big ask, I know, but they are in convenience stores. There are places like 7-Eleven, CVS, Walgreens, at least the CBD products. And CBD does have a broader reach. There's so many more products that could be made out of hemp or CBD, not even just on the non-consumable side, but just in the consumable side. Yeah, but there are some of the similar products, but people are willing to take that chance to kind of step outside of a tincture or something, especially because they know it's not going to intoxicate them. So just a little touch on these couple subjects, a little food for thought as we kind of move on through the week. I know I went a little long today, so I apologize. But please, if you have any comments, we'd love to hear them. Put them in the comment section, or you can reach out to us at info@cherryblossom.cbd. But as always, like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you in a couple of days with Talking Terpenes. Bye.